let me set up the context for this difficult back and forth. Essentially, Theory, who's a very big YouTuber, usually has this regular program where he lets smaller channels come on his channel and they just talk Star Wars or the MCU, what have you, etc., etc. People get larger exposure, so on and so forth. But this time, for whatever reason, he assumed that one of the smaller channels, this is by Levi, just one of his young fans, was coming in with hostile intent. It's not clear he did have hostile intent, but he just was saying, well, I just noticed recently you're becoming a little bit more negative in your content, and I just wish you were a little bit more open-minded. And to be fair, the part we're going to play is a big excerpt, but I think he began apparently comparing Theory to the President of the United States. I think his basic point is that, you're like a leader in that respect. And as a leader, you have certain responsibilities, etc. You have a big influence, so on and so forth. And, then he goes into Luke and could we all be more like Qui-Gon Jinn? And Theory was really shocked and saying, well, I don't get it. We were just talking about Star Wars and now you're talking about my channel. And he just assumed very negative, hostile intent, even positing a conspiracy. And then it just escalated from there. So we're going to hear both and then react. Well,
of the times, from Star Wars, and when we communicate with each other, some of these things, I think, I think we can get along as a fandom, and it's just up to us. I think Star Wars is all about a choice to be better. That Luke Skywalker quote to Del Meeko, Battlefront 2, a choice to be better, and that's what it's all about. And I think we all should be more Qui-Gon and less Anakin. I think
so. By me having an opinion, I'm not upholding my due diligence or responsibility.
No, it's the way we express opinions. I think we can have conversations. Right. Like I totally respect your opinion that you don't like some of the stuff that I like, but it's all about, for me, the way we talk to each other.
So I think for me that I try to be a very positive person on the Den of Nerds Discord, actually, and there's been a sometimes conflict on the Star Wars areas, but I personally and a lot of the other people in that community have tried to make that area a very positive place, and we've done a really good job for the most part. And I think really you got to realize that people are going to have their opinion, and although they may say things like, oh, The Last Jedi is trash, and not, I think The Last Jedi is trash, they're saying that. That's their opinion. It's not an attack on you if your opinion is different. And to be able to separate the two is just, you gotta mentally be able to do that, because otherwise,
you're essentially telling me to censor myself. You're saying don't censor yourself, but you're saying censor yourself because you have a certain moral obligation, because you have a certain number of people that subscribe to your videos, that you have to say things in a certain manner or shift your way in a certain way of thinking that aligns with everybody, so you're all inclusive. I don't like The Last Jedi. I don't have to feel I have to tailor what I have to say in order to make you feel better about liking it or not liking it. If you come to my channel, you get real, and that's what you will always get. You're not going to get me saying, oh, this is a film that, has some No, I don't like the movie. I am free to say what I like to say, and I don't feel I have to uphold some certain belief or political system. I'm not American. I don't give a shit about American politics. I'm Canadian. I don't have to believe in this sort of office rule that I've never heard about before, because I don't care. I'm a Star Wars fan. If I don't like a movie, I'm going to tell my fans straight up, I don't like a movie. If you can't discern the fact and the difference between I think this movie is shit versus this movie is shit as fact or not fact, fact is irrelevant. Fact is something that is a bias to you and me. Your facts are different than my facts. So for you to come here and out of the blue and start saying that you all of a sudden have problems with my channel and then go on to a tangent about the things that you don't like about my channel.
Man.
I had someone invite you on here, and all of a sudden you start saying that you have a problem with my channel, and I ask you what the problem is, and you start giving me all these different quotes and things like that about Star Wars, how we need to be more like Qui-Gon Jinn, and it's no, I'm not Anakin. I'm not Qui-Gon Jinn. I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm a guy who has his opinions, and I don't have to tailor what I say in a way that you like or don't like. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch. It is very simple. I'm not creating a certain divide. I don't have any certain sort of mandate here to put people in a box or not in a box. I make my content, and people have the free will to decide what they want to enjoy about it or what they don't. It's people like you who put me in this sort of pedestal that makes me feel like I can't say what I want to say when it comes to Star Wars, and it drives me absolutely fucking insane. Because I started on this platform with 0 subscribers, and people were always thinking I was the underdog. I was the dude that just came around, oh, well, he's so slept on, he's underrated. And now all of a sudden, I have this moral obligation to feel like I can't say a single thing out of my mouth without someone like you or other people putting me in
man,
this certain standard.
I'm sorry that I came.
You're not sorry, because we were having a civil discussion. Out of the blue, you start throwing darts at me, saying that I don't like your channel anymore. Well, what is that?
No,
what the hell is that?
I came in and I wanted to be real. That I had, some.
And I'm real, on my channel. So you go be how you want to be on your channel. I'm going to be how I want to be on my channel.
I didn't. That is fair, but I don't want to. I want to try to show people that we can talk to each other, and we can talk to each other.
We can talk to each other normally, but don't tell me how to be on my channel. Don't tell me I have a moral obligation and tell me something about American politics that I know nothing about. I'm not a politician.
I'm sorry.
No, you don't need to make an allegory, because this is my channel, and how I conduct myself on this channel is self-explanatory. If you want to take my opinions about Star Wars into your own narrative and push it on me just because I have a certain number of subscribers, then that's on you. That's not me.
No, I didn't mean to.
You did mean. It was a conversation that was completely irrelevant towards me or my channel or whatever, and all of a sudden you start talking about my channel, and you think I'm just going to sit here?
And it was prepared. No. And it was prepared.
No. You prepared that shit, and you were ready to say it.
I'll just say this too.
Come on, man.
No. Don't. You can't. No, you can't. Yeah, that's great.
Very hard to judge this. I guess the best we can say for Theory is that he does get a lot of negative comments. He sometimes even gets death threats. So psychologically, when you're that big, and again, I usually don't like to get personal, but it's a fact that he's suffering from cancer. Given that combination, I can only imagine how it is being him, because I've had physical issues, physical disabilities, but thankfully nothing on the level of having cancer and dealing with cancer. So let's be fair on that point. But I'm trying to understand where he's positing this conspiracy, why he thinks this kid is so hostile. What was the personal attack? He just says, let's all be more like Qui-Gon Jinn. And by the way, he was addressing everybody, right? He did start off with Theory in particular, but he was making a message for the whole fandom. And it was a basically very simple kind of like, oh, let's be more tolerant, let's be more open-minded, let's not be so vicious or vehement in our opinions. And Theory is equating that to self-censorship. We'll get more into what he's trying to say or what he did say, but just as a logical point, I mean, saying, for instance, if you come to the debate and initially both sides are just cursing incessantly on both sides and saying, well, next time we debate, perhaps we shouldn't have to curse, or we can not have 4-letter words. That's not tantamount to self-censorship. You can hold your opinions cognitively, logically, emotionally. You can say, I hate The Last Jedi. I passionately hate The Last Jedi. But let's not let the debate devolve into just a bunch of swear words. That's not an unreasonable or radical demand, or we're asking for self-censorship. That's just saying, just conduct the debate in a certain manner. In terms of what he's basically saying, I don't know why this was an issue, and also Theory just went far beyond that, just saying, people like you are trying to put me in a box, you're trying to label me, you're trying to put me in a narrative, and I'm like, this is a really small channel. How or why would they be able to do that? Like, how? Like, you've got over 2 million followers, many of whom passionately support you, and it's just bizarre saying, listen, the subs don't matter, and then he keeps referring to, we've got 2,000 people watching us. Well, I don't get it. Like, either the subs matter or they don't matter. So it was a very confusing thing, and he's just getting teamed up on by these two guys, and everyone else is just not really intervening to help him. So it's sort of like, I'm not quite clear what the point of this was. A nonsensical thing that he just went on. But to be fair and to finish it off, there is an update that he did invite Levi back onto his channel. They spoke more. Apparently they're fine. Both apologized, and they can move on from this. But it's a pretty shocking performance. Even if you are pro Star Wars Theory, and I'm frankly in the middle, I do think some of his content is fine, but a lot of the content is not very good. I don't know, it just seems to me he is oftentimes demanding special treatment for various reasons, because he is sick, or he's a larger channel, he's friends with Jeremy, etc. There's a reason why he should be given special treatment, and no other channel should be. Like, he for whatever reason, he deserves special immunity from criticism. And if you do criticize him, then that just shows hostile intent. and it shows you're the problem. Him being very, very vicious and hostile, well, he's just defending himself. Again, thus far, having done more research, I have yet to find any evidence he came in with any hostility or he came prepared to embarrass him or whatever. I mean, most of this is theory talking, and the kid is apologizing over and over again. And with every apology, theory just takes it, oh, you're just trying to insult me more. And no, he said, okay, this is what I think, and this is my apology. I'm sorry you took the wrong way. And it just kept going and going and going. It's just like, and this is long. This is only an excerpt, but it kept going for like 10 minutes. I was just like, okay, all right. So I think a very problematic exchange. What it says about the fandom, we're probably going to be debating, I think, unfortunately, for some time. All right, this has been Star Wars Analyzed on Theory's recent back and forth with some of the smaller channels on the fate of the Star Wars fandom. Thanks for listening.